Why is it that some people are very confident when they speak English, but you get nervous and feel shy? You forget words during conversations, and you can't express your thoughts and your ideas clearly and confidently. Why? Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Asim. I'm a polyglot. On this channel, we help young people like you speak English fluently and confidently while enjoying the process. So let's get started. Today we're going to discuss some mindset shifts that you can make to become more confident when you speak English. Also, I'll share with you an exercise that will turn on your confidence before a conversation. But first, we must understand why you feel nervous when you speak English. There is only one big reason why you're not confident when you're speaking English, and that is fear of mistakes. But if you think about it, we don't really fear the mistakes itself. We fear what people will think of us when we make those mistakes. So in reality, we fear other people's opinions. Have you ever noticed this? When you are alone and you speak English, you're very confident and fluent because there's nobody to judge you. You're just talking with yourself and you're just opening up. You're just trying to speak English the way you want to without having the fear of other people's judgment and opinions. But when you speak English in front of somebody else, you have this filter in your mind. You filter and deeply analyze every single word that is coming out of your mouth, which is stopping you from having fluent conversations. And that makes you an overthinker about your English. So how do we remove this filter so that we speak freely, fluently and confidently without having the fear of other people's judgment? Well, there are two main mindset shifts that I want you to make, two ideas that I want you to understand. The first one is that nobody cares. When we speak English, we think people are paying close attention to our words, our mistakes, and our pronunciation of those words. We think all of the people we're speaking to are focused on us. That's because of a phenomenon in psychology called the spotlight effect. Just like in a comedy show, the entire hall is usually dark. There is no light, but there is only one main light on the comedian, which makes him visible, and that is the spotlight. So everybody in the comedy show is like focused on the comedian, they're looking at him. In life, we all think the same way. When we're walking around, we think people are focused on us. They're thinking about our moves and everything, but in reality they are not. And it's the same with English. When we're speaking English to someone, we think they're focused on our words, our mistakes and our pronunciation, but in reality, in a conversation, all what the other person thinks about is the message and the idea you're trying to convey. Usually people don't care about how you speak, whether you're making mistakes or not, and how you're pronouncing words. All what they care about is the message you're trying to say, is the thing you're trying to say. I say this, but there are going to be some people who will hate you, judge you, try to make you feel bad, but you should not let them get under your skin. Wow, nice expression. Don't let them get under your skin means don't let them bother you. But that's very rare. 95% of the times people don't care about your mistakes, so you might as well be confident when you speak English. The second mindset shift that I want you to understand is the comparison trap. Has this ever happened to you? When you speak with someone who has lower English level than you, like who is a beginner and you think your English is better than them, then you speak well, you're brave and you're confident. But when you speak with someone who has higher English level than you, who you think is advanced in English, you kind of get stuck and you don't really know what to say. You're not very confident, you're very shy. Tell me in the comments if this happened to you. This happened to me so many times in the past. I compared my English with other people's English level. This happens because we evaluate how good or bad our English level is by comparing it to somebody else's English level. Unfortunately, nobody can stop this from happening because we as humans like to compare our lives and our skills and our English with other people, but we can protect ourselves from its bad side. When you're talking with someone who you think has higher English level than you, to stop yourself from being nervous and shy, just think to yourself that they're human as well. They're just like you. They were once struggling as well. They were once bad in English as well. They were once making mistakes in English as well. So why would they judge you? People who have walked the same path as you will never judge you. Like a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers will not judge you for uploading your first video. A boxing champion will not judge you for getting punched in the face. A fluent English speaker or an English teacher will not judge you for making mistakes in English. By now, I hope you're confident enough to have a conversation in English right now. Changing your mindset about fear and confidence is great, but it's only half of the equation because you need a practical exercise that will make you confident for having conversations in English. The exercise is called the incantation method or the incantation exercise. I first heard this from Charlie, who owns this YouTube channel called Charisma on Command. So if you're looking for like a quick fix, a quick way to turn your confidence on and to become instantly more confident, then incantation exercise will help you. Here is how it works. Think of a moment when you felt extremely confident when you were speaking. We all have those moments. Maybe you were talking with your friends or with your family and you felt very confident. Think of that moment. Second, close your eyes and really feel that moment. Remember the feeling. Remember how you felt as you were talking to them. Remember the feeling of confidence. And the third step is to describe that feeling in words. Maybe you can say, I felt amazing, I felt incredible, I felt great. For me, the moment when I felt extremely confident was when I won a speech competition in high school. So basically 2 years ago, I think my English was intermediate and we had this English speech competition in school coming up, and our teacher was telling us students who can speak English have to sign up for this competition and there will be awards and all you have to do is give a 5 minute or 10 minute English speech, right? So I signed up for the competition, I prepared my speech, I practiced it, and I basically smashed it. It was the best speech I've ever given in my life. There were probably like 200 to 300 students sitting. I felt extremely confident in that moment. And of course, later on when the results were announced, I won the first prize in that speech. My English was probably like intermediate level, but my pronunciation was great and also my fluency. So yeah, I won the competition. I remember how I felt after that competition. I was smiling all day and everything was great. I was so happy about it. Now every time I go into a conversation, especially with someone who I think, is more superior to me, then I think of that moment, I close my eyes and I remember how I felt and I describe it in words. So I say something like this: oh, after the speech competition I felt extremely confident, and I say it out loud because it kind of makes me emotional and it makes me more confident. You can try this incantation method as well. It makes me more confident before a conversation. It just puts me in the right mindset, in the right mood before a conversation. The goal is to get out of your comfort zone and do something that makes you nervous and uncomfortable every single day. This is absolutely great for your long-term confidence because confidence comes from results. So if you want to speak English for the next 30 days and you want to become more confident, but you don't know how and where to practice, you don't have a lot of friends that you can talk with online, then you can watch this video in which I shared 5 different ways that you can practice your English speaking from home. Okay, I hope this lesson was helpful. See you in the next one. Bye bye.